Needless to say that what you're going to hear this morning is extremely important information. We expect you to be an active listener, which means that you give your full attention to the people that will be presenting to you this morning. And we expect you to engage. There'll be opportunities for you to participate in the assembly this morning. So please, if you have important things to say, make sure your voice is heard. As your principal, I want to remind you that you are ambassadors for our school, which means that everything that you do in this space today is representative of Painted Hills Middle School. My expectation for each of you is that you will be an active listener in today's assembly, that you will demonstrate exemplary behavior, and that you will learn a lot today. I do want to let you know that if you cannot honor those expectations, you will be asked to leave the room, and you'll be placed in an OTL space for the duration of the assembly. So it is my expectation that you are an active participant, you do behave exceptionally well this morning, so you can get the most from our assembly. I'd also like to take a moment to welcome the parents that are here this morning. Thank you very much for the parents that have joined us for this assembly. Again, we invited all parents to be here. We think it's important that you're part of this journey with our students. So, as the school principal, thank you very much for being here this morning to support your students.
We have two special guests who are going to come up and kind of share with you about what's been going on with Fred and his wife, Charlene Avila. Hi, good morning, everybody. Sorry, just bear with me. I kind of get like nervous talking. I'm pretty sure if you were here, you would be nervous too. But I'm here today because I am a parent of a daughter, Rosalie Avila, that she was a victim of bullying and suicide. So her bullying led her to commit suicide. So ever since then, my husband and I have been out there to bring awareness of bullying and suicide to teens out there, you know, young kids and teens. So it's been a fight, you know, dealing with other stuff, but overall it was planted in our hearts to come out here and to say our story so we can, you know, save you guys, to educate you guys, you know, especially through suicide, because all these things that's going around with these kids out there, you know, being bullied, a lot of these kids are committing suicide, and one child died from one of the bullies from physically, you know, attacking him. So today we stand here for you guys to be those who are afraid to speak out. You know, I want them to stand up for you guys. So this month will be 2 years going on. My daughter had committed suicide over bullying. So December 1st will be the day that I actually had pulled the plug on her, because it was the doctor said it was nothing they could do no more. So we as a family, my husband and I made a choice. We had to pull the plug because, you know, there was nothing to do. But overall, I was able to donate for organs to give life to those out there. And so almost 2 years, so you can imagine as a family, it's always hard to know that even as a mother, you know, to bury your child is really hard. But when I talk about my daughter, how she endured all this bullying, you know, a lot of it was social media. You know, one of those videos that floated on was her calling her ugly and comparing her to other girls. You know, that really messed her up mentally and spiritually. You know, I want to tell you guys, you know, when you watch what you guys share on social media, you know, that really could affect somebody. It could have affected my daughter because she's not here today. You know, the things you say, it really does hurt somebody. You know, so just try to be kind. Be kind to one another. I mean, you're sitting next to somebody that's probably going through a lot, and you can make a difference by being their friend, smile, ask them how they're doing today. You know, I mean, it takes a lot. It takes one person to make a difference. And it could take more of you guys to come together and, you know, be like a family amongst each other. You know, and you guys can sit here and laugh and smile, but you know what? It wasn't funny when I buried my daughter. It wasn't funny to my family to see her at 13 years old that lost her life over bullying at school, over kids. You know, to go to school, you know, I think as a mother, it was very hard for me to know that I dropped off, knowing that she was going to go through bullying, because kids would stop, you know, they wouldn't stop harassing her all the time, you know, and I just want to bring awareness to you guys. Please be kind to each other, and if you guys have thoughts of hurting yourself, please tell somebody you trust, or, if someone reaches out to you, please tell somebody, or to a parent, a teacher, somebody that you can tell, hey, so-and-so is thinking about hurting themselves, because they're crying out for help, obviously, and please be that friend and help them speak up. And when you see bullying, please don't be afraid to intervene, and for bullies too, I just want to say that, whatever you're going through, you're lacking at home, to kind of talk to somebody, don't be mean to somebody, because I understand that when there's something going wrong at home, people tend to take their feelings out on other people. But I wanted to tell you today that, to kind of reach out to somebody too, if you're going through something at home, we can help you guys, But I just want to tell you girls that, and boys, that I love you guys, I care, and that's what I can say.
I'm a drug counselor. I counsel men now with their anger problems. A lot of men that come to my facility are victims of bullying or they're bullies. And I do a lot of one-on-one conversations with them. And they see the victims always, bullying leads to a lot of bad things. It leads to anxiety, it leads to depression, it leads to suicidal ideation. It makes people sick. It makes people not like school anymore. My daughter Rosie used to love school. She was an honor roll student. She was a straight A student. Her dream, she wanted to be a lawyer. She wanted to help the world. I asked her one day, why do you want to be a lawyer, honey? So I want to make the world a better place. She had a really beautiful heart, and she was always kind to her friends. I remember on several occasions, whenever one of her friends' birthdays would come, she said, Dad, I want to buy my friend a birthday present. Can I do some chores? And I go, okay. So we would always go and she would always pick these pretty expensive gifts. And I go, okay, so she had a bunch of friends, so I was always buying these gifts for her friends. And Rosalie had crooked teeth when she was growing up. They always made fun of her for her teeth. One day she got braces. Her braces straightened her teeth out. And one day recently, right before she passed on December 1st of 2017. She told me, Dad, I want the braces off. And I go, honey, you have to have them for about another year. So that she goes, I want them off. I'm tired of people making fun of me. I go, well, when the braces come off, you can have a beautiful smile. She goes, I just want them off. I'm tired of them telling me stuff. And I said, honey, why do you listen so much to what people are telling you? Why do you're beautiful. You don't have to worry about what people say. So they always call me ugly, Dad. I'm not beautiful. You just say that because you're my dad. And I said, no, honey, you're a beautiful girl. One day you're going to be America's Next Top Model. And that's a program in her used to watch when she was a little girl. And she goes, I'm not, Dad. You just say that. And I saw that she was a beautiful person, inside and out. She cared about people, that she wanted to have dreams, to be a lawyer, that she wanted to work hard. But one thing got in the way of her dreams. It was bullying. Bullying took her away from who she was supposed to be. It took her from all the joy that she had. She used to have a beautiful smile. Whether she had crooked teeth or whether she had the braces, she had a smile that could light up the room. And I'm never going to see that smile. I'll see that smile again when I die, when I go to heaven. And I see her again, but I'm not going to see her while I'm living to share that smile anymore. When I went to her vigil at her high school, or junior high school, one of her friends walked up to me, who's also being bullied, who also is being homeschooled now because of the bullying. And she said the reason why they hated Rosie so much is she had a glow to her. And that glow is something that the bullies could never have, so they hated her for that. And they always picked on her, and they always called her names. And even though we went to the school several times, and we didn't get the answers that we needed to solve the problem, one thing that we understand now is that we got to keep on pushing to make change. Like, we were invited here today to talk about bullying. In my daughter's junior high school, they didn't have bullying assemblies or people in schools that could address bullying problems. Today we want to have Rosie's Law. In Rosie's Law, we want to be able to create a law where every time someone gets bullied, it's brought to the attention of the school, and the school needs to do something about it. You know, the cause of bullying, we talked a little bit about it today. Some could be because they're having problems at home, some could be because they're just mean people. And, you know, we don't have that. We need to learn how to love each other and care about each other. You know, you don't want to be one of these men that come to my facility 20 years down the road and have their life all destroyed because they don't have no friends, because nobody likes them, because they were bullies and they were being mean to people, and now they want to learn how to be kind. You know, one thing I teach these guys is if you have problems, if you have anger problems, if you have problems with hate or problems communicating, you know, you got to do the opposite. You got to go left to right. So if you have anger problems or hatred problems, start learning how to be kind and caring. Come all the way to the other side. That's a journey from being hateful to being loving and kind. And I encourage you guys to do that, to learn how to be loving and kind. Sometimes we're not taught at home how to be, how to love, how to care. But I'm encouraging you guys today to care about each other and love each other and take care of each other. You know, in my facility there's 60 men, and they bond together and they work together to make a better place, you know, to make our place a better place. And they learn how to be caring and kind to each other. And that's the key. We have to love each other and care for each other. If you see somebody that's standing by themselves and they don't look like they're doing too good, Rosie always used to walk up to these girls and say, "Oh, how are you doing today? Are you okay?" And sometimes they weren't okay. "Oh, that girl over there, she told me that I was ugly and that I should go commit suicide." And my daughter would tell them, "Oh, you're not ugly, you're beautiful, you know." And one of the girls told me that because of my daughter, that she didn't take her life. And all it is you reaching out to people, caring about each other, you know, helping each other, you know. If you have problems, talk to somebody about your problems. Reach out. If your family isn't hearing you, find somebody that cares about you, that will listen to you. An uncle, a friend, an aunt, you know. But don't take out your anger on other people. Learn how to care about each other, you know. And if you do that, you're going to make this world a better place. You know, right now you see a lot of bullying, a lot of anger, a lot of, like one little boy got killed over a physical attack. But the ones that are working hard at school, they're trying, they're kind, they're sweet, and they're all of a sudden, the bullying will stop them. They'll stop them from moving forward. You know, I talked to a 60-year-old woman who doesn't go shopping until, she won't go shopping at 24-hour markets, 24-hour stores, because she's afraid that a bully that bullied her when she was 13, 47 years ago, is going to recognize her and make her feel like she's nothing again. And so today, to this day, she lives and only comes out in the middle of the night. You know, and that's what bullying does to people. It breaks their spirit, it breaks their desires, you know, like it takes away their dreams. And it's so important for us to understand that, you know, we don't have to be like that. That we can make this world a better place, and we can end bullying forever.